Hello, children. Welcome to Solutions for Assertion and Reasoning questions on microeconomics. Let's start. Hello, children. So, let's start with the first question now. The assertion is microeconomics studies the behavior of individual economic units. It's true because in 11th standard also we have done in the definition, right? It deals with particular price, individual income, individual wages, particular industry, particular commodity. So that's true. When we talk about reasoning, it says microeconomics is concerned with the economy as a whole. Now that is wrong. Why it is wrong, my dear children? Because it is macroeconomics. यहाँ पर दिया हुआ है that microeconomics and economy as a whole. So both these things they don't go together, and therefore your answer will be the point where A is true but R is false. We go with the second question, which says the law of demand states that there is an inverse relationship between the price of a good and its quantity demanded. That's right. Okay, because law of demand does specify the inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Now the reason given to you is as the price of a good increases, consumers' purchasing power increases. Now this is completely wrong. As the price, you can see, as the price of the good increases, the purchasing power actually falls down. Therefore, A is true, but R is false. We go with the third question now. Now, when you talk about the third question, the assertion part says microeconomics helps in understanding how prices of goods and services are determined. 100% true. Microeconomics deals with aggregate demand and supply. Now, again, the most important point is microeconomics and aggregate demand and supply. These two do not go hand in hand. If it is microeconomics, it cannot be aggregate demand. And therefore, in the third question also, your answer will be option C. A is true, but R is false. We progress further with the fourth question. Opportunity cost is a key concept in microeconomics. That is true. As I discussed in my earlier MCQ video, that opportunity cost is the cost which I incur by choosing a particular source of income and letting the other source go away. That is opportunity cost. For example, if I am earning in a company A where I am paid 50,000 per month, so I cannot take the job in company B which was giving me 40,000 per month. So the opportunity cost will be the company which I am letting go, company B, paying me 40,000 per month. So it is true. Reason, opportunity cost refers to the benefits of the next best. That is true. And therefore, in this case, you have A is true, R is true, and R is the correct explanation of A. So you have option A. Go with the fifth question now. Microeconomics is important for formulating economic policies. Yes, because if you want to make any economic policy, you have to consider every industry and its impact. So, but obviously microeconomics is important for formulating economic policies. The reason given to you is microeconomic provides insights into the functioning of individual markets and consumer behavior. That is 100% right. क्योंकि माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स जो है वो आपको इंडिविजुअल मार्केट की अंदर गहराई में लेके जाएगा और उसको समझकर आप इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज बना सकते हो. Therefore, your option is A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. We go with the sixth question now. The sixth question goes this way, my dear children. The assertion, Price elasticity of demand measures the responsiveness of quantity demanded to change in price. That's true. If you remember what is price elasticity of demand, then it was ED is equal to percentage change in quantity upon percentage change in price. So that's true. A is true. If a good is inelastic, a change in price will result in a significant change in quantity demanded. Now, here, my dear children, first of all, it says good is inelastic. Then it says it will result in a significant change. This is wrong. This is wrong. Because if the good is inelastic, the change in quantity demanded will be not significant. So this is wrong. And therefore, your answer will be A is true, but R is false. Your option number C over here. The seventh question. Marginal utility diminishes as more units of a good are consumed. I think that also we have learned. It's true. You can take units. Okay. Now when you take about units, I take units of X. So you eat first unit, second unit, third unit. The marginal utility that you derive from 10 becomes 8, 6, 4. So yes, assertion is true. Marginal utility is the additional satisfaction derived from consuming an additional unit of good. It's true. When I consumed second unit, I got 8 utils more, which were 10 for the first unit. So R is also right, and R is a logical explanation of A. So if you ever have a problem, children, you can just speak with the reasoning. Marginal utility is the additional satisfaction derived from consuming an additional unit of good, and marginal utility diminishes as more units of goods are consumed. So they both are in tandem, they make sense, and therefore your option will be A. Your option will be A. Okay. A is true, R is true, and R is the correct explanation of A. We go with 8th one now. In a perfectly competitive market, firms are price makers. I repeat, in a perfectly competitive market, the firms are price makers. It's wrong, because they are not price makers, but they are price takers. Only a monopolist is a price maker. So here we know that A is false. तो यहाँ पर हम शॉर्ट में करेंगे, हम डायरेक्टली वो ऑप्शन चूज कर लेंगे जो बोलते हैं A is false but R is true. Here the answer will be D. Here the answer will be D, my dear children. We go with next one, and the next part is 9th question. Microeconomics is concerned with the allocation of limited resources. True. We know that resources are always less than the wants. Lionel Robbins, he had clearly said that in the year 1932. He also wrote a book which was based on this concept that resources are scarce and wants are never ending, unlimited, but gradable. So yes, assertion is right. Now reasoning. Microeconomics focuses on national income and overall economic growth. Now just see over here. Actually yes, नेशनल इनकम पे फोकस करता है, बट इनडायरेक्टली अगर आप देखो तो नेशनल इनकम एक मैक्रो कॉन्सेप्ट है. सो यहां पर ये जो नेशनल इनकम है ये मैक्रो कॉन्सेप्ट है. जैसे ये मैक्रो कॉन्सेप्ट है तो हमको आर जो होता है वो हो जाएगा फॉल्स. तो आपका जो आंसर है वो रहेगा ए इज ट्रू बट आर इज फॉल्स. We proceed to question number 10. Assertion. Consumer equilibrium is achieved when marginal utility per unit of expenditure is the same for all goods. That is true. Current year in your syllabus it's not there, but I can give you a formula for this, which says that equilibrium, that elasticity is where you get mu of x upon price of x is equal to mu of y upon price of y, and so on. So 110% the assertion given to you is right. Consumer equilibrium involves maximizing total utility given a budget constraint. It is 100% yes. You have to equate all the marginal utilities with your income. So mu of x upon price of x is equal to mu of y upon price of y, which will be equal to the income. So this has to be equal to the income. And when you get this equal to the income, we say that it is arriving maximum total utility in a given budget. That is your income. So both are right. A is true, R is true, and R is also the correct explanation of A. Yes, children. So now we go on to question number 11. The assertion part says microeconomics studies how households allocate their resources. This is 100% true. If you remember my 11th standard lectures, in my 11th standard, the first example which I took was of the households. If you remember how oikonomia was formed, if you remember that story of Adam Smith that I gave you, exactly, so assertion holds true. Reasoning. Households make decisions to maximize their overall satisfaction given their limited resources. Yes, again, this is true. Now, children, any household, it's you, it's me, or anybody who is earning, we all are earning so that we can use or make a maximum use of our limited resources. भाई जो भी मेरा सैलरी है या जो आपके पापा का सैलरी है वो एक लिमिट में होता है, राइट? ऐसा कोई नहीं है जिसके पास अनलिमिटेड पैसा होता है. अगर अनलिमिटेड पैसा है तो वो बंदा कर्म करना छोड़ देगा, वो काम करना छोड़ देगा. Therefore, yes, it's true. Now, for those who are late in joining this channel, I will just help you see how simple I can make it. I will join these two sentences, assertion and reasoning, with a conjunction. And if it makes a sense, that means both are true and R is the correct explanation of A. So let's do that. Let's go with reasoning one. Households make decisions to maximize their overall satisfaction given their limited resources, and therefore microeconomics studies how households allocate the resources. Now this makes a perfect sense. Therefore, your answer will be option number A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Let's go with question number 12. The assertion part says the study of individual labor market is a part of microeconomics. Now, here the hint is individual labor market. The moment you get the word individual, it is a microeconomic analysis. So it is right, microeconomics. So your assertion is right. Macroeconomic analysis is supply and demand for labor in specific industry. Now just check over here. It was labor over here, and now it is supply and demand of labor. That means both are connected, right? And it says in a specific industry. So it is not generalizing it. It's not talking about aggregate. It's talking about specific. Therefore, even this is holding true. Now we will again use the hint or the trick that I taught you. Let's go with the reasoning part. Microeconomics analyzes the supply of demand for labor in a specific industry. Therefore, we say the study of individual labor market is a part of microeconomics. Both this makes perfect sense, and therefore, my dear children, the answer will be option A. We go with 13th one now. Assertion. Perfect competition leads to an efficient allocation of resources. That's true, children. Though I think perfect competition is a concept which we have not yet completed, but I would like to tell you in short, yes, perfect competition leads to efficient allocation of resources. इसमें कैसा होता है? The word is perfect competition, जहाँ पर अनगिनत बायर्स हैं, अनगिनत सेलर्स हैं, और सब लोग एक ही काम कर रहे हैं. क्या कर रहे हैं? उनके कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन को, उनके कॉस्ट ऑफ सेलिंग को मिनिमाइज करना चाहते हैं. ओके, एंड देन इट सेज रीजनिंग में, इन परफेक्ट कंपटीशन फर्म्स प्रोड्यूस वेयर marginal cost equals marginal revenue. Marginal cost equals marginal revenue is a true statement. Let's again frame it. In perfect competition, I repeat, I'm starting with reasoning first. In perfect competition, firms produce where marginal cost equals marginal revenue. Therefore, perfect competition leads to an efficient allocation of रिसोर्सेज. एफिशिएंट एलोकेशन कब होगा? जब आपका कॉस्ट मिनिमम होगा. इसके लिए ये दोनों ही चीज़ें राइट हैं, एंड योर आंसर इज ए एंड आर बोथ आर ट्रू. आर इज अ करेक्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ ए. नाउ वी गो विद द सेकेंड लास्ट क्वेश्चन, दैट इज 14th. Assertion says microeconomics can be used to analyze the efforts of government intervention in specific markets. Here, the most important part that you have to understand is this one, children, that government intervention. I repeat, here the government intervention. ये बहुत important है. Government intervention in specific markets. But let's take two examples of here, one of India and one of recent example in the United States of America, as on 29th of July 2024. इंडिया में गवर्नमेंट इज ऑलवेज हार्ड ऑन प्रोडक्ट्स लाइक हुक्का, लाइक सिगारेट्स, टोबैको. ओके, तो उस पर गवर्नमेंट टैक्स लगा देती है, टैक्स कितना भी बढ़ा देती है, तो गवर्नमेंट इंटरवेन कर रही है मार्केट में. ऐसे ही सोशल मीडिया का बच्चों के दिमाग पे बहुत बुरा असर पड़ा है. तो 29 जुलाई 2024, यू कैन चेक इट आउट ऑन गूगल इफ़ यू वांट, अमेरिका में, यूएसए में एक बिल पास हुआ है वेयर दी social platforms like WhatsApp, Twitter or X, whatever you say, they will be held responsible if any child goes under depression, is bullied online or is sexually harassed. So it is government intervention. जैसे इंग्लैंड today, I'm recording the lecture right now at 6:40 p.m. and today on 31st July in the morning in England, okay, a child stabbed 3 other juveniles. जो तीनों बच्चों को चाकू मारा गया था, उनकी एज थी कुछ 9 years, 7 years and 6 years. After reading an post on WhatsApp, nothing else. So, like spreading such rumors which can lead to like death of anybody. इसके लिए now UK government is also planning to introduce a bill similarly as done in United States of America. So, sorry the explanation was too long, but I will again like to focus on the point. Microeconomics can be used to analyze effects of government intervention in specific markets. It's true, government को intervene करना ही पड़ेगा. सब कुछ राम भरोसे नहीं छोड़ सकते हम. Reason: government intervention always leads to market inefficiencies. The most important point over here is inefficiencies. ये गलत है. क्या गवर्नमेंट ड्रग्स के यूज़ को कंट्रोल करके मार्केट में इनएफिशिएंसी क्रिएट कर रही है? क्या आप लोगों को ये चाहिए कि आपकी एज के बच्चे, छोटे बच्चे ड्रग्स के नशे में पड़े हों? डू यू वांट दैट टुमारो एनी गर्ल, whoever she is, whatever the age is, should be harassed on social media and government should just be a spectator because social media का उसका अगर एक्शन लिया जाएगा तो people will not follow the particular channel or a person. How can you forget YouTuber Rathi? He is an idiot. Don't you agree with me? He keeps on speaking all rubbish things about our motherland India sitting in Germany. तो एक रूल तो बनाना पड़ेगा कि फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच में यू कांट अब्यूज योर मदरलैंड. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि गवर्नमेंट के इंटरवेंशन से सारे मार्केट्स में इनएफिशिएंसीज होंगी, ऐसा नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. Okay, children, and therefore in this case A is true but R is false. So your answer will be option C. Now we go with the last question for the day. The scope of microeconomics includes the study of factor pricing. जी हाँ बेटा, आपने इकोनॉमिक्स का अगर टेक्स्ट बुक आपको देखा रहेगा, आपने पढ़ा रहेगा फर्स्ट चैप्टर, तो you might have found it on page number 2 or 3. There's a table given which I told you, right? Which clearly says factor pricing. So we also know that the microeconomic theory is factor pricing theory. So ये true है. Now factor pricing involves determining the prices of inputs like labor, land and capital. It's 100% true. Children, factor pricing is the pricing of factors of production. And labor is a factor of production, land is a factor of production and capital is also a factor of production. दोनों सही हैं यहाँ पर. And therefore we can say that both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. So if you all have understood this and if you all are new to my channel, please like it, subscribe it, and you can share this with all your friends, whether they know me or they do not know me. Now, up till the next video, bye-bye, sayonara.